Alrighty, there we go. We are live. This is, I believe, session 86. So I'm going to say it is session 86.
Sure.
And last time, you guys got dangerously close to getting 86th.
Just a little bit.
Cully had encountered some folks on watch, as he is wont to do, and decided to go and introduce himself, as he is wont to do. And it turns out that they were bounty hunters, specifically looking for you guys. So when you guys said, well, Cully thankfully let Okatai know that he was going to check things out. You guys are, oh, we should go check on him. I found him like bound and gagged, and a bunch of like fairly heavily armored bounty hunters with a druid with them. You decided, oh, let's talk to the people and make nice. That did not go well. Pitched fight ensued. Things went dire. Desi got an arm lopped off. Things went very badly. And you guys decided to use the power of one of the artifacts to rewind time and approach this in a different fashion, knowing that these guys were bounty hunters and no good. So Desi lost a finger, which is permanently gone, but time did rewind to the part before Tressius screwed up casting a spell, before Desi got an arm lopped off, before Okatai got downed. Everything
twice.
Yeah. And approached it on different terms, and things went significantly better.
That's amazing.
But you guys do know now that the high priest of the cult of Jakuz, somebody named Lord Voth, who is the high priest of a religious order called the Sinless, that you guys have encountered months ago, has put a sizable bounty on your heads. Like, you guys saw the bounty notice and you're like, holy shit.
Can we turn ourselves in?
Well, they already asked us to do that.
It is, I believe it was
50 gold each.
50 gold each, which is a not insignificant sum of money.
The most gold I saw together, it was a pile of gold we put together to pay for stuff in the village. It was like 20 gold.
Yep. But yes, so you guys now know that there's like a big bounty on your heads. There are definitely professional quality bounty hunters looking for you. But you guys are a long way from home. You're a long way from Jakuz's capital city of Straka. I'm not sure how people found you way out in the middle of nowhere, but they did.
Well, they had a druid with them.
They did have a druid with them. But you guys have basically kind of like ransacked around, picked up like several suits of chain armor, some swords, some heavy crossbows. And it is the wee hours of the morning. It's like 3 a.m. And you guys, we'll turn it over to you guys.
Well, thanks for saving me.
Well, that was a ride. Good news is,
Sorry, go ahead.
We got 3 new chainmail for you, Desi.
Chris, you said we remember everything from the original thing, right?
Yes, you do. You only jumped back in time like probably a minute or so.
And that cost a lot.
Cost a finger. I don't know if Colby remember anything of that.
I'll say yes, just because it's easier that way.
No, it'd be better because I wasn't there.
Hi, guys.
Okay, we're gonna that screwed up the night.
Yeah, we should rest.
Well, let's
At least
gather.
they left as a camp.
Well, we have our camp over there, but it's better than this one.
What time of day is it right now?
It's about
3
3
a.m..
3 a.m.
All right. Well, I'll keep watch. Wink, wink.
Please stay at home. I cannot wake again. Let's just check whatever they add here, bring it back to camp, and go to bed. I'll grab a couple of chainmail in case Desi needs any.
Yes.
I mean, mine got beaten up, but it's not as beaten up now. Feels strange.
So yeah, you guys ransack the camp. There are rations and stuff here, so if anybody needs to, they can pump their food up to a D12.
Oh, nice. Do they have water?
They have water as well, yes.
Can I get rid of my thirsty?
Yes, you can.
I'm not even sure how I got that. Must have been a mishap or something.
Odds are.
Darn it, I'm stocked up.
Yeah, I'm stocked up.
I'll just bring it over to camp. We can heat that tomorrow morning instead of eating our ration.
Yep.
That sounds fine.
Yeah, there
Good
is
idea.
there is enough food and water that as morning comes, as you guys finish the camp and realize that you did not get a good night's sleep at all, there is enough food and water that you guys can just use that instead of having to make your rolls and then still be at a D12 tomorrow.
It's something.
Yeah.
But that being said, as the sunlight is like peeking over, you guys are like, holy fuck.
I need to sleep.
Yep. I get that.
Yes. Sleep. Good.
Everybody needs to just stay the fuck at camp.
I'm still all for putting a leash on Kobe.
It's sounding more appealing. Yep.
I usually charge for that.
Good luck.
I can toss you. I can toss some copper if it'll soothe, if it'll ease your ego a bit and your hurt pride.
They still knew where to find us. Might have been their druid predicting our movement.
Is that something you can
magic?
do?
Yeah, roughly.
I was going to say, is there magic that allows you to basically look over an area from afar? Like opening a window?
Yeah. I'm just dabbling with that. The elf and the hourglass has been teaching me. I knew it existed, but I never found a teacher for that. But like when we met the thing, the wolf god, and I asked if it would kill us if we touched the thing, that's that kind of power. Asking question, seeing afar, divining possible outcome.
And how do we prevent it?
Well, if it's not targeting us specifically, but the general zone, it's harder. But the crown usually protects us from that kind of thing.
From Jakuza's magic, but not necessarily from a druid's.
I mean, technically, the zone where the crown is cannot be targeted with such a thing. Problem is, lots of those things just target a broad area and not specifically us. My point is, the crown makes us harder to find. Possibly not impossible to find, but harder to find.
Unless they're just looking for a blank spot.
Yep.
We're running out of time then.
There's not that much druid running around.
It's more likely that Jakuz would have sorcerers, yes.
Yeah. Those were, from what I could understand of them, mercenary, not directly bound with Jakkus. So this might be an expanded resource.
Speaking of resources, they were very talented. I may want to spend some time with one of them.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Just-
spend time with who?
One of the mercenaries. He would make a good companion.
Could you not bring back the druid though?
Druid could potentially teach you her magic.
Yeah. Just fear that what happened with the sorceress lady happens again. Bring it out of L and send it back afterward.
Well, perhaps this one will be smart enough to want to stay around. Perhaps not.
We're not gonna carry the body up to camp. We can leave them here and come back tomorrow morning.
Agreed. I could keep watch while you sleep. I'm not very harmed.
Well, we're probably gonna scrap a bit of our day trying to get our sleep schedule back in order.
Almost certainly, yes.
Let's try to finish the night and sleep a bit more.
Good plan.
For the morning shift, what are folks doing? The night shift is a write-off.
I'll keep watch.
Alrighty.
I'll forage.
I'll go back to sleep.
I will go back to sleep.
I will sleep.
Alrighty. Trustius can give me a scouting roll. And sorry, what was Coldy doing?
He's gonna forage.
Right. Looking for food or water or herbs that can be used to make potions and stuff.
We're good for food and water, so herbs.
That is a survival roll with a +2, +1 for the season, +1 for the forest. I mean, Cully hasn't paid a whole lot of attention, but you do find some things that look vaguely familiar to concoctions that you've seen. So you have one dose of herbs.
All right. Somebody stick that in their notes.
Yep.
But the morning passes quietly and uneventfully. For everybody who is sleeping, you can hit your sleep button. Any of you who wish to spend XP while you're doing so can do so.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm having a seriously tough time deciding between melee 4 or move 3.
I would like to get lucky.
All right. You need to.
Still? Wow.
That's
You're
straightforward.
talking to the right guy.
So that'll be that will take you a quarter day before you rest to train.
Okay.
You either need to,
I will try to remember that before we rest next. In the
and-
meantime, though, I will find something else to increase.
Okay.
I can teach you to be lucky by giving you a bunch of trinkets.
Oh, guys, just like unloading trinkets, like Lucky Charms and stuff, like Mad Max at the Thunderdome. You know, rabbit. You know, lucky rabbit's foot, lucky halfling foot, lucky human
Shouldn't that
foot.
be attached? Should
This
they
one
be
is-
attached to the critters that are?
This one is for bleeding. This one is for the cough. This one is for preventing rain. This one prevent mortal wound to the face. This one's prevent losing arms.
Oh, I definitely want that one. Does it look like chainmail? I bet it looks like chainmail.
Yeah, it's a lizard tail with chainmails around it.
As for the choice between melee and move, melee would up your defensive capability.
Because you can parry also with it.
Yeah, because you could parry. Move would also increase your, and move is also used for like climbing and jumping and swimming and all that sort of stuff. So
Yeah. I think I'm gonna up. I think I might up the melee then.
Yeah.
From 20 XP to
Yeah.
4.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like raising your move up will be cheaper. So while you've got the XP for melee, it's not a bad plan.
Yeah, buying the biggest things is often a good idea.
So if I wanted to increase any of my talents, I would have to train for the quarter day first.
Not if you already have the talent.
Oh, okay. I will up my axe fighter then.
How much does it cost to
2
raise a
to
talent
3.
to 4?
3 times the level you're going to.
Okay, so 12.
Sorry, what was that? For a skill, I thought it was times 5.
A skill is
Uh,
times 5. A talent is times 3.
Oh, okay.
I want to raise Berserker to 4, so I'm going to keep my XP.
I thought all the talents only went up to 3. Is Berserker an exception?
Berserker is an exception.
Because it gives you back the amount of Berserker you have in one stat when you get broken. Since I have 4
Ooh.
strength, if I have Berserker 4, that will full my strength if I get down in strength. Funny enough, it works also if I get broken and empty. It fills my empty and makes me in a Berserker rage.
I remember at one point I was considering Berserker and then I went other directions. But
I mean, you would only need 2 points of Berserker to full your strength.
oh, because your strength is the cap for it?
Yeah, it,
Well-
it gives you back a number of points in the attribute equal to your ranks in Berserker. So,
But if I've got like a wits 4 and an empathy 6, it can't raise those ones. It can only raise the physical ones.
Oh yeah, it can raise anything. It can raise any
Oh,
stats
okay.
that you get
Yeah.
broken
Oh.
into. If you get broken in agility, it can fill your agility up too.
Oh.
It just
Cool.
cannot do it again. Like if once you frenzy in the same fight, you won't be able to activate it again.
all right. So the morning passes uneventfully. There's no sign of anything trustious. While you keep watch, Caldi comes back with a variety of plants and roots and berries and stuff that could definitely be turned into a potion of some nature. Everybody else wakes up refreshed.
Can I ask my friend in the amulet if she has any idea how to protect us from divination?
No, because they're not divining you.
No. Right.
They're asking the fates which way is most advantageous for them to travel.
Yeah, that's what I feared. Could have been a trick to keep me out of mine, but thanks.
Are we more or less likely to find them if we head east?
Yeah. I'm just gonna change direction for absolutely no reason, try to confuse people.
But that does bring us to the afternoon. Trustius is sleepy,
Yes, I hit the button.
which is really nothing new.
Not for him, no, not really.
Yeah, we're used to it.
Sorry, why is he sleepy but the rest of us are okay?
Because
he
we
has
slept
this-
and he
Yeah,
standed guard.
Watch.
Oh, okay. I thought somebody else was keeping watch. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna definitely screw up our sleep schedule.
I think we
Uh,
should just stay here and get it back on track and then leave.
yeah, that's what I was gonna propose. Because we were going toward the volcano to get some wood for Tressius' bow.
That was the plan, but I mean, we're not really in a hurry.
No, so I think we should put our schedule back on time.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Can probably get a few things done while we're here. We could, while we're here, we could explore the X here, see if we find anything of interest. That might be useful. We might find a creature that has leather that would be cool for Tressius' bow or some armor. And if not, we'll just make soup, have a nice evening, and tomorrow we can go toward the volcano.
So yes. So what would you guys like to do for the afternoon?
I
Eat
will
time.
take a bunch of those trinkets,
Oh yeah, we can
and
take
that'll be my quarter day training for Lucky.
we're gonna have a class about being lucky.
It's
Right.
weird.
So yeah.
Here.
So Okatai is explaining to Desi what all of the different good luck charms do.
Yep. And how to do
Always
the
put
little,
your right boot on first.
just all the little tricks to keep the fates on your side.
As he puts an apple on her head, someone tries to shoot an arrow off it.
Oh God,
That's how you train either move or marksmanship, depending which side you're on.
no.
Mixed training, eh?
What would Tressius like to do in the afternoon?
Oh, sleep.
Okay. What would Ryzen like to do in the afternoon?
Do I have to use the afternoon to do my melee training?
No. As long as you've already got it, you can spend the XP when you next rest.
Okay. I've already spent it, but okay.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, you could have spent it while you were resting. Yes.
Okay. I'll stand guard for now.
All right. And what would Coldy like to do?
Well, if he's standing guard, I'm going to continue hunting for herbs.
Okay. So that'll be a scouting roll from Ryzen and a survival roll from Caldi. This time it's only at a +1 because it gets harder every time that you do it.
In the same X, yeah.
Yeah.
I will not push.
Okay. Right. So yes, the afternoon passes quietly. This is probably the longest period of quiet you guys have had in a couple of days. Tressius can hit his rest button. Desi, you are considered to have trained in Lucky, so you can spend XP when you next rest or sleep.
Okay.
Caldi comes back empty-handed this time. He's got like some dandelions and stuff like that, but nothing useful.
Well, sometime you can be lucky. Always worth a try.
And that'll take us to evening.
Evenings when
Oh.
Goldie sleeps.
Yep. I was thinking of exploring the X. If somebody is standing guard, do anybody want to come with me?
I'll go with you.
Good.
I'll stand guard. Keep the little shit from running off.
Better be safe.
In theory, he's asleep.
Dear,
Wait, we're doing this
theory.
in theory. Are we doing this at night?
it's evening.
It's evening.
Since it's summer, it's still clear.
It is
If I
still
remember right.
light. Yes. Trustius, what would you like to do?
Oh, I'm gonna eat a forest.
Oh, okay.
I'll make sure not to explore that way.
Everybody looks to see which way Trustius goes, and then everybody heads in a different direction.
Oh my god, it shrunk.
Cold.
All right, so Desi is keeping watch. That is a scouting roll. For those of you who are surveying the land, that is a scouting roll, and you would get a bonus for the other people helping.
My scouting is 6.
Mine is 5 with the +1. So should we both do it or just the highest person?
The highest person rolls, but they get a bonus +1 from the other person.
Okay, then Okatai should do it. He's one better than me.
So that good would give you 7 dice with your help. Well, I'm gonna push that because I'm stubborn. Damn. Well,
Oof.
yeah, I won't roll my pride on that. Would be a dumb way to lose my pride. I mean, we have to do it from time to time. Well, you see my pride. Do you think it would be appropriate there?
I caught up on rolling to see what sort of bad stuff might have happened to you guys.
Oh, do you think my pride would be appropriate there?
No, it's not really.
Yeah.
Not exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Trustius can give me a magic roll.
Hopefully,
This never
dress
goes
just
poorly.
fully dressed just is not a bad thing that could have happened to us.
Maybe you guys accidentally wander into where Trustius is doing his magic.
That will kill them. So,
But that would be a
That's what I
bad
mean.
thing.
like, it's just anybody there dies. So,
Ooh, power level 5 and didn't blow yourself up.
wow, this is a nice forest. All kinds of things to eat. That's 10 willpower.
Caldi is sleeping. Desi, keep watching. You don't hear anything, and then suddenly there's like a part of the forest that just goes like, just quiet. Where it's like,
Oh, that must be where Trustius is. Yeah. They could just follow the bare patches. Find us.
and Okatai and Ryzen. I mean, you guys are surveying around. You're trying to give a fairly wide berth to where Caldi is, or where Trustius is doing his magic. You know, better safe than sorry. But it's weird. Both of you have the distinct feeling that you are being watched.
Can I do a scouting roll or something to see where I think the eyes/person or whatever is?
Sure.
was afraid somebody was divining us, so that might make me more paranoid, or I might be right.
So yeah, so you've got this this very distinct feeling that you're being watched, and kind of start looking around, and Ryzen, you just kind of out of the corner of your eye almost. You don't get a direct view of it, kind of out of your peripheral vision. You see something just kind of flit from one tree to another. When you try to look directly in that direction, you don't see anything at all. Then again, over just out of the corner of your peripheral vision, just movement, but by the time you turn your head, it's completely still.
Okay. I say quietly, Okatai, I'm seeing something, but at the edge of my vision. If I try to look directly in that direction, it stops.
There is something. We should try to move back to where we're from. But I'm gonna try to see if I can catch it.
Okay.
With my eyes, I not physically catch it. Just so you.
Yeah. First, does it appear to be one figure?
You don't even see a figure. You just see movement.
I just see movement. Okay.
I'm gonna, because there's no apparent effect when we cast a spell, so I can try to cast something discreetly.
You can try.
I'm gonna try to cast True Sight.
Okay.
Allows me to see through fogs and shadow and
Yep.
illusion and distance. I'm gonna safe cast it. Do I need to make a roll to try to be discreet?
No. It's relatively discreet. You could spend the extra willpower for obscure magic if you're really worried about it being detected.
Obscure magic is more against magic detection, I think.
It is.
Huh. Yeah, I'm just gonna cast it like that. Not sure the thing is magical, but that would be a risk I'm not willing to take to cast another spell.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So you cast it. You can make a scouting roll.
Sorry, who's going to make the scouting roll?
Okatai. He's cast True Sight to get him a little bit sharper vision. That you see in darkness, through smoke and fog, and automatically see through any kinds of disguise or shapeshift. So yeah, so you kind of take a quick look around. Okatai's eyes kind of focus. Kind of takes a quick look around, and you can see kind of standing near one of the trees, what looks like a vaguely humanoid female figure who blends in completely with the forest. If it was not for your magic, you would not see her.
Okay. Can I attempt a low roll on that?
You certainly can.
Because right now I don't know how I would explain that to Risen.
You're pretty sure that's a nature spirit. They don't actually have physical bodies, but manifest themselves as vaguely humanoid figures made of twigs and stones and ears of grain and other material from the environment around them.
Do I know anything specific about what they like or don't like?
Not with the one success, no.
I will assume that we should be careful of nature right now. Risen, I think it's some form of nature spirit. We should be respectful of their place. If they're here, it's probably sacred to them. So can try to make our way back, but let's try to be.
Okay, I am nothing if not respectful.
I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's a nature spirit. Might be wrong about its interest, but sounds like
I
a
will.
safe bet to me.
I will defer to you on that.
I'll start guiding Risen so we make our way toward home, and giving a white bird to where I think Trestius is,
All
so
right.
that I don't lead the nature spirit toward the devastated place where Trestius did his thing.
So yeah, Desi, aside from Trestius, and eventually when Ryzen and Okatai come back, your watch passes uneventfully. Kaldi wakes up. You can hit your rust button. You can spend any XP while you are rusting if there's anything you want.
What's it cost to get Path of Science up again? That's cost more than regular talent, right?
Yes, if you don't have a teacher, it's triple the cost.
So triple the cost to get to level 2, that would be 12. No, more than that.
18.
18.
18.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to up my stealth then.
Okay.
So that costs 10.
Okay.
While my agility is still 3 instead of 2, because I'm still young.
You are still.
And getting younger all the time.
That brings us to nighttime.
Whereupon I am standing guard.
And what would the rest of you like to do?
Oh, sleep.
I saw some nature spirit in the wood with Risen, so just be careful. They're watching. They're usually not dangerous. Just let's not lack respect for nature right now. Don't litter or set the wood on fire while we sleep. Should be fine. And don't let yourself get lured by will-o'-the-wisp in the wood. Other than that, I'm gonna go to bed.
Is
Will the wisp, you say?
everybody but Kaldi is sleeping?
Yeah.
Sure.
Perfect. Right.
Looking at Kaldi. If you go anywhere,
Gulp.
I will quit.
Understood.
Kaldi can give me a scouting roll.
We aren't going anywhere, so I don't need to worry about ambushes.
Right. The night passes quietly, peacefully. There's the occasional, occasionally the wind kicks up a little bit. There's a moment or two, Kaldi, where you think, oh, if I was older, my knee would be throbbing because it feels like rain. But the day is peaceful, quiet when everything is said and done. Everybody wakes up in the morning feeling refreshed.
Well, that went well. Do we still have the overstock from the mercenary?
No, you don't. Everybody does have to roll for their food and water now.
Yep.
So you get up in the morning. You do see some storm clouds off on the horizon, but it's not here yet.
Well, I'd be ready to go. Did you want to grab one or two of the body before we leave, Trestius?
Perhaps. Chris, I have a couple questions.
All right.
Rules questions. One, if I animate one of these mercenaries, do they still have their talents?
As long as you
Doesn't say.
basically you would have to give them enough. You'd have to have a high enough power level to basically give them some rudimentary intelligence so they know to use them.
So they would count as good bodies to animate because they have abilities.
Yep.
As long as I invest in it.
Yep.
The other question I have, not related to animating someone, do artifact dice stack if you can come up with 2 artifact dice?
Yes, they do.
Oh, interesting.
That's why when I throw a spear, it's so many dice.
Okay, I got an idea.
Yeah, that's why when I fight a monster with my hammer, I'm like throwing a crap ton of dice.
Yep.
I don't have any artifact dice, so bows don't get them.
Some talents give you some.
Yep.
And some of those talent stacks.
Threatening does, and so does.
Sharpshooter sit at level 3.
What is it?
Should be.
Oh, it does. Yeah, I've been rolling it, I guess, because I've been clicking the thing.
I mean, I'll double check to make sure that it's actually calculating it. But
I'm sure it is.
oh, it's not actually. There we go.
I was
Now-
looking at sharp tongue is what I was looking at. Which you would think does not work without empathy, but it does work with threat.
It does.
Hmm.
But yes, if you have a way to get artifact dice together, they all roll into the same pool.
Cool. But yes, to answer Okatai's question, I would very much like to go get one of those mercenaries.
Is that a quarterly thing, or is that just
It will take all morning.
okay?
Sorry, what are you doing?
You want to animate one of the mercenary who try to kill us to use as a goon?
Huh, okay.
All right, so we know what Trestius is doing in the morning. Then after a little breakfast, a little bit of breakfast, a little bit of necromancy.
It's all
That's-
part of a
that's-
balanced
that's-
day for a necromancer.
That's the N in BNB.
Bed,
Stands for
necromancy, and
necromancy.
breakfast.
That's what I think.
What is everybody else doing in the morning while Trestius is indulging in a little light corpse racing?
Did we strip all of them of their useful equipment?
That's basically that's why that sleep cycle was completely disrupted. As you guys took the time to like grab the chainmail and the armor and swords and crossbows and everything.
Cool.
You planning on grabbing one of the swordsmen or the druid?
Oh, swordsman. The druid's no use to me. And would likely be offensive to you.
I'd rather prefer you don't, but
All right, then I won't.
we were on opposing side of that, but you know.
She died to a single arrow.
Yep. She will feed the forest and be reborn. She'll have another chance. Well, be reborn, it depends on if we ever kill Jakuz.
Technically, if I animate her, then she could still feed the forest.
Yeah. But that would take like a long time for you to animate both of them.
Not really.
It's the same ritual?
Well, I could animate all four of them if we wanted to, but or one for much longer, which is what I was thinking of doing.
Yeah. Well,
Alright.
do what you must.
So Trustius is going to have to do some necromancy. What are the rest of you doing?
Well, exploring that place was not good for me, so just gonna guys don't mind, I'm just gonna sit down and transcribe some parchment.
Yeah, no problem.
So I'm gonna add a page to my my spell book.
All right. And what would Ryzen like to do?
I guess I'll stand guard while everybody else is doing stuff.
What would Desi like to do?
Not used to being still for so long now. It's been a while. We've got someone on watch. So I'm going to train up my berserker.
Okay. All right. And what would Kuldi like to do?
Is there any way I can get new spells without advancing that level?
No.
Okay. Well, since we're not going anywhere, I guess I'll just hunt for more herbs.
All right. Survival roll. Be no bonus at all now.
I'm not pushing that.
All right.
Not for plants.
Oof. There is actually a foraging mishap table. Ryzen can give me a scouting roll. Okay. Desi's just practicing Berserker. Okatai can give me a lore roll.
Yes. I'm writing down the new spell that the elf taught me.
Okay. And Trustius can give me the all-important necromancy roll.
This is gonna go poorly.
Right. No problem there on Okatai.
Is that the number of pages I can write, or I write one page, whatever?
You just do one spell basically.
Okay, good. Just checking. Oh, it's been a while.
Oh, power level 11
Hmm.
and a mishap.
More rep.
Oh no.
More white hair. More rep.
Oh. He's like the anti-Snow White. He's gonna kill all the animals as he dances and prances around.
We might get the druid by accident. I don't know.
Magic mishap. There we go. Oh, the spell suddenly makes you thirsty.
Oh well.
It's hard work raising the undead.
Oh no.
You got to keep yourself hydrated, man.
It's thirsty work.
All right.
I hate the forest.
So yes. So rank 2 basically brings him back as a rank 2 undead. So basically it has same strength that in life. Agility is decreased by 1. No wits, no empathy. And then you get to enhance it.
So I got 10 points to enhance, right?
9 points.
9 points to enhance. Okay, so 1 to make it smarter,
Okay.
and I'll give it 1 to make it stronger, and then 7 to make it last longer, which I believe is 16 days.
Okay.
Because I don't want to make an uber powerful one. I want one that just stays.
Can you raise it again if once it's done?
You can, but you're risking power level 11 mishaps, right?
Oh,
So
right.
you don't want to do that every day.
Oh, not every day. I mean, just after 16 days, if you could just bring it back for another 16 days.
You could, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thing to remember too is like every time it comes back, its agility drops by 1, so it essentially just eventually falls apart.
Okay, so you don't want to do it at like power level 3 and animate it for 2 days and do it again. Because
No,
it's going to be useless faster.
that's
Okay.
why I threw big numbers at it. Actually, I got a few 6s on that. That's why the power level is so high.
Oh, okay. How many willpower did you put initially?
7 with an ingredient.
Okay, yeah.
Right, Caldi, out traipsing through the woods, looking for potion making stuff. You don't find any potion making stuff. You do, however, find like a little creek that you have to kind of wade through. That's about like, maybe like thigh deep, and apparently
Or on Desi.
on you, and apparently infested with leeches.
Oh no.
You take 1 point of damage to your strength. And you need to make a healing roll to pull them off safely. If you fail the roll, you will take another point of damage to strength, but get them off.
Which will take me out.
So this is a healing roll that you do not want to fail.
Oh my god, this is amazing. Could Caldi die after 86 sessions to leeches in a
Leeches and maybe drowning as he falls into the.
I nearly
the
drowned. And nearly
Yes,
got
you
cooked
did.
by lava. And got my arm lopped off. So maybe.
Oh no!
Oh, no, you're broken, right?
Yeah, but nobody knows where I am. That's
Yes, we're
awesome.
going to look for all these.
Face
What a
down,
way to-
bro- covered in
What a way
leeches.
to go! Face first in a stream covered by leeches.
Could it be? This would be awesome. Like I have no problem with Caldi going this way.
And unfortunately, your pride doesn't apply, so you can't use that.
No. I can't negotiate with them.
Nope. So
Go feed with the meatballs.
the morning passes, and Trevor, roll me. Let me see. I believe it's 2d6. Okay, perfect. All right. So yeah, the morning passes. Desi's practicing getting angry. Ryzen's keeping watch. Everything seems to be fine. Everything seems to be okay. Off in the distance, you hear some chanting, like a peal of thunder. The horrible groaning moan of an undead rising to its feet. Okutai's busy just writing in his book, calm and serene. I imagine if it was a modern game, he'd have like his Walkman on, listening to like some slow jams. Everything is calm and peaceful.
Question: did I see Caldy leave?
Yeah, Cully's like, I'm just gonna go and see if I can find some things for like potions and stuff.
I try to say be careful, but I say under my breath.
But evening rolls around, and Caldy has not returned.
That's not terribly surprising.
Oh, damn it. Hopefully it's not mercenary again.
Well, let's find him while there's still light.
Yeah. I'll track him down.
Right. Give me a survival roll. Right. So yeah, you start tracking them through the woods. You're like, okay, here we go. You catch like little whiffs of scent. Like even if you haven't activated your hunting instinct, you are still a wolfkin.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, as the sun is setting, you do find Caldy. He is like passed out on the ground. There's like, I mean, doesn't look like anything. And then you get closer and you can see all the little puncture wounds all over his legs. His breathing is shallow, but he is breathing.
I'm gonna grab him and try to bring it back to the others. I don't know if
Okay.
anybody followed me while I was tracking him down.
Yeah, I would have gone to help in case we needed to split up for any reason.
You're better than me at this. You think we should do? Think he has been bitten by something?
Yeah, it's very obviously like leech bites. The 2d6 incidentally was the number of hours until Caldy died.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
and there are 6 hours in a shift. So if Okutai had not made that survival roll, they would not have found him in time.
Well, we can't miss all the rolls.
We're gonna go with medicine first, and
Okay. All right. Yes, he has lost a lot of blood. It is a non-typical critical wound.
okay. I'll at least remove the critical wound. And I'll let Risen use traditional medicine for the damage.
Okay.
The good thing about those non-typed criticals is they take a while to kill you.
Yeah. Power level 2 is enough to close over the leech and get some blood back into Caldy's body.
Well, I think Caldy's gonna need to rest.
Oh, apparently Rise is like, stupid fucker.
Stupid fucking god damn it, Caldy!
How do I put blood back in a goblin?
Yeah, like take a pan or a pot and just pour it back into the wound. Like
Oh, they know how to take blood out of a goblin.
I've demonstrated that many, many times.
But the critical wound is fixed, so Cully is no longer in danger of dying. He's just very, very unconscious.
I'll bring him back to camp, put him in his sleeping fur in the tent. Yeah,
What the fuck?
I'm
Is
not
that?
sure. I'm not sure if it was mosquito or leeches, but something tried to drink
The
him.
hell? He's kind of tiny. It could have been either.
Yeah, there's not much blood in it.
Damn it. Little shithead.
Can you imagine all the freaking epic shit we've done, and if this is how he had died? Fucking leeches in
I
a
would have
little
loved,
creek or
honestly.
stream. Oh, as Mark, I would have loved it because that rates right up there with some of my most hilarious deaths.
That
But
would be that would be my worst death ever. Like ever.
Imagine if I had raised you from the dead after that.
I can't think of a stupider death going back to like 1983.
I think mine is a gnome illusionist I played in D&D, and I was so injured. We were fighting a bear, and the bear died, but the carcass fell on me, and the impact was. It was like the Looney Tunes thing where you're trying to run out from something, but rather than going to the side, you just keep running straight as the shadow gets closer and closer.
Right.
The two dumbest deaths I remember from Tony was one was his superhero character Magnum that had no superpowers, got kicked off a skyscraper. He decided to attack the ground with his face and hoped he miss. If he rolled double ones, we were young, so he could have talked me out of it. But the really big one was we were playing Torg, like the first edition of Torg, and he's playing a martial artist, and he chased a werewolf to fight hand to hand without any silver.
Yeah, it didn't work.
That does not sound like a work.
I think he one-shotted you.
All right. So Culdy is back and tucked into bed. It is actually, what would Tressius and Desi be doing during the evening?
Sitting beside Caldy's sleeping roll.
I'm gonna try to learn that talent.
All right.
Minotaurs, no problem. Trolls, no problem. Alligator man, no problem. Died the leeches in a brook.
Leeches in a brook. Yep.
Not even giant leeches.
No, just regular old leeches.
What talent do you want to learn, Tressius?
Sharp tongue.
Oh, yeah, right. I can't help you with that.
So that is a wits roll.
Doesn't Risen has that?
Yep, but Risen's out helping you search for Culdy.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've got level.
It takes a quarter day.
Yeah. Perfect. So yes, when you next rest, you can spend XP.
Perfect.
Speaking of, though, that does take us to nighttime by the time everybody's back with Culdy.
The camp is made. Do anybody want to sleep so we can have two people watching tonight?
Yes, please. I need sleep.
So this is nighttime?
This is nighttime. You are sleeping because you have no choice.
Yeah, right.
The Graveguard can watch.
Gonna leave the undead on guard.
Or you can help whoever.
I'll
I'll instruct it to obey
watch.
whatever you tell it.
I'll sit here and keep an eye on shit.
All right.
Is this night or evening?
This is night because Culdy went foraging in the afternoon.
Okay.
And then you guys hunted him down in the evening, and now it is night. Your attempt to reset your sleep schedule has gone wildly off kilter.
Failed so badly.
Sometimes you get stuck in a hex. Eh?
Yep.
Well, if I sleep now, and are we all okay to leave tomorrow morning?
I think so.
Desi will be sleepy.
Shit.
She's a fighter. She'll be fine.
She's already cranky, right? So
All right. Desi, you can give me a scouting roll.
With a +1 from the graveyard.
with a +1 from the undead help.
And +2 for the camp.
Oh, and +2 from the so +3 total.
Ooh, wow. That's a little creepy.
My camp are getting better.
My rolling isn't, though. Wow. Damn it. I mean, she's cranky enough as it is. No, fuck it. I'm not pushing.
Okay.
Desi is distracted and angry, and nope, we're just gonna leave that.
The good news is nothing comes to eat you in the night.
Well, something comes to eat us in the night. Then you see Desi being cranky. Yep, nope, not dealing with that.
Back. Slips back into the darkness. Not
Nope.
fucking with that one.
All right.
You
So
intimidate the night.
everybody who slept can hit their rest button, spend XP if they so choose. Desi is now sleepy.
Yep. Yep, I am.
You think you can tough the day, or
Chris, what does sleepy do as a condition?
One sec.
And can we take severed arm off my character sheet, please?
It's
Can
just
I
it's
just
a reminder.
Can I click the delete?
Yes, you can.
Okay, good.
So sleepy. After a day without sleep, you become sleepy. You cannot recover wits except through magic. If your wits are broken while sleepy, you must sleep for at least 1/4 day to get back up. You suffer 1 point of damage to your wits each day. If this damage breaks your wits, you collapse and sleep for at least 1/4 day.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's just. Yeah.
And Trustius.
I need to. Moving is good.
And Trustius, as thirsty, you cannot recover any attributes except through magic. If you
Just drink.
Yep. So you can just roll your water die to drink. Apparently very thirsty.
That really seems like getting off easy, considering this was power level 11 or something.
Yep. So far, I mean, considering the number of sessions we played, Tony has been extremely lucky on the magic mishap table.
He's never died, but I've blown myself up lots.
That you have.
You also haven't summoned a demon.
Yeah.
you summoned a demon once.
That
Oh,
wasn't
you had the field.
that wasn't a demon.
The little imp thing that feed on magic.
Was not a demon.
Okay. Okay. Can always be worse.
So yes,
Most damage he's taken, I think, was from falling.
but
Yes, that killed me.
Yeah.
everybody can roll for their food and water.
I did that.
So the worst things on the table is the spell ravages your mind. Immediately roll a critical injury. That's what killed my character back in the day. The force of the magic breaks the bones. Immediately roll for a critical injury. Magic attracts a demon from another dimension. The game master can't create a random demon or create it themselves. Demon appears within the next quarter day. Spell backfires you've gotten once or twice, but usually with helpful spells. Or magic rips open a drift to another dimension and demon pulls you out to the other side. Time to make a new character.
Yeah, that's the one I'm afraid of.
Yeah. Your old character will come back as an NPC after a D66 days.
Oh, we do not want Trusty's coming back as an NPC
No, we do not.
with 200 XP.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is we earned.
Alrighty. It is a pleasant morning. Everybody has some food. Everybody except for Desi is like fresh as a daisy. The Undead Guardian is just like.
I mean, Desi's a lot like that too.
Wow.
We got 2 undead. Desi and a undead. We're fresh as a daisy, and she's fresh as a Desi.
And,
Yes, fresh.
and what would you guys like to do in the morning?
Let's move before
Get
we
the
get
fuck
stuck.
outta here.
Those fucking X, yeah.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
We're
Right.
going towards the south. Near here. Yeah.
There.
Somehow
All
I
right.
cannot do the blinky thing.
So, despite having traveled this way before, I'm going to need a lead the way roll.
Yay!
Oh my, that's interesting.
Lead the way is good for me. Does it count as
Maybe
a lead
that-
the way for my talent?
It does.
Maybe the hex has changed, so we get credit for a new hex.
And I'm gonna rest because I led the way.
Just so you're aware, one success is not enough.
Oh, I might want to push that then. Can I?
You can.
Oh, damn. That's a lot of skull. Damn. Yeah, I'm gonna push.
Oof.
Right.
2 success because I'm resting while I'm leading. So
So yeah, as you're leading away, and there's something about this, like, you have gone this direction before. I mean, this is like just kind of south of Hythe, the volcano's over that way. But the trees look different. It smells different.
something changed here.
And as you're like making your way, there is a massive downpour. I need everybody to give me an endurance roll.
Here comes the rain again. I'm broken and cannot act. Oh, I gotta put my stuff back. I gotta put my stuff
Yeah, you forgot to hit your rest.
Wish I had a sleeping for her to work this. Hey, I made it.
I'm gonna push it. As nope.
So everybody who fails is cold.
Be right back.
As the rain just soaks through you. And you are forced to seek shelter, and you do not make any progress during this quarter day.
Oh no.
Okatai and Ryzen, you both feel that presence watching you again.
I'd ask if we pissed off a god, but we know the answer.
While I was exploring the last place we were, I saw a nature spirit.
Did we piss it off too?
I didn't feel like we did because it didn't do anything or react to anything. I tried to be careful, but I mean, magic was performed, so might have angered it.
He ate a forest. Would that have pissed it off?
Ooh.
I'm used to spirits of like tundras and mountain. Like forests are a bit strange. They're always so finicky about what's appropriate and not to do. But maybe.
Anybody who is trained in lore other than Okatai can make a lore roll.
Yeah, trust, yes.
just to see what you may know about nature spirits.
They don't like me much.
I don't have any actual dots in lore. Can I still do the roll with wits?
Yeah, you can try just to see what you may have learned.
I mean, I manage every now and then.
I mean, Risen has all the bard tales
Yeah.
to back him up.
Lots of stories.
God damn it!
So as you guys like kind of like sit in this like kind of cave that you found, waiting out this downpour, unable to push on any further. You know, Okatai's shivering from the cold. And you have to kind of like nature. None of you know anything more about nature spirits than Okatai was able to tell you.
They got one success. That's all we have.
Well, can you do something about this rain?
Yeah, I can try to force it back, but if it's something making it, it might not work. I'll see. Okatai is shivering and he's gonna grab one of his many amulets. And I'm gonna try to activate my weather amulet.
Alrighty.
It's a 4 success weather master. Usable once per day. Trying to calm the rain.
It calms it. It does not stop it. But it does get it down to the point where you guys could actually try to travel in the evening if you wanted to.
Do we want to try to
We
go?
gotta- We gotta get out of here. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're still in the same X.
Yes, you are.
I hate this hex. Let's go.
Let's try to go down here again.
All right.
Or do you want to take a chance with the other side?
Why would you go southeast? You try to get that lone hex.
Oh, we were trying to get here to get you the wood for the volcano.
Oh, I see. Yeah, either one. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Either one works. So if this one is cursed for some reason, we can go this way.
Whichever one you're more confident with.
I mean, we're gonna have to go there because it's the place we keep avoiding. But right now we're aiming down here.
Right. So you guys push on into the evening. I need a lead the way roll and a scouting roll from whoever is on watch.
I take it I'm scouting again.
I think it's generally Culdy, yeah.
Let me know if there's an ambush. Use
Yep.
that 6th sense.
Is 2 success enough?
No,
It's not enough.
it is not
Don't
enough.
eat this whole forest.
I'm gonna push it.
Three
success.
3 successes is enough.
I was about to go get my pride.
But yes, as you guys like push on, and there's something like you guys have traveled this way before. You know you have, and even like when you started to head this way before the downpour happened, things have changed even since then. And every
Yeah.
once in a while, Ryzen and Okatai, and then eventually Cully picks up on it. You're being watched, and every once in a while, out of the corner of your eye, those of you that have seen it before, and now Culdy, just see like little flick of movement between the trees.
I'll just wave. Smile and wave. In that direction of the movement, but not actually. Even if I can't see them, I'll wave in that direction. They're looking at me, so they'll see it.
But that does take us to night.
and sleep's messed up again.
And your sleep is totally fucked.
Well, we don't want to go directly in the volcano zone because if I remember well, the place was hot and we could not we got thirsty and could not survive in that spot. But the plan would be to make camp close to the limit of the 2X's so we can have an expedition and go back to camp tomorrow. Would that make sense?
You want to travel tonight?
No, I want to make camp close to the border with the volcano so we're not in the very hot zone. So we can just go from the camp, explore, and go back to camp outside of the volcano zone. Because we just cannot make camp in the volcano zone. Last time it was horrible.
So we'll need to move a hex this evening.
No, you're basically in the in the hex where you want to set up camp. You're just going to set it up close to the border instead of in the center of the hex.
Oh, it's the hex.
Yeah, this one
west of us where we could find trees.
Yep.
And it's very hot and dehydrating, and we don't want to make camp there. So
I thought we had to go to the volcano hex.
no, just there should be fine.
Yeah, there's a bunch of volcanic plains. But that being said, it is nighttime.
I'm gonna try to make camp.
All right.
Some people want to try to sleep while there's no camp. You can try.
You're muted.
I think it's just Caldy in his bedroll.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody can try to sleep. It's an endurance test to do so.
If it's night, it's evening?
No, it's night. You guys traveled through the evening.
Okay. Well, I can toss somebody I'll keep guard and somebody can use my bedroll.
Desi, you need to
Okay.
sleep more than anyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our sleep schedule is gonna be fucked.
I just sleeping angry is. Yep. Fuck it. And she grabs the bedroll and tries to get comfortable.
So that's an endurance roll from Desi. What would Trustius and Resin like to do at nighttime?
Are we still in the cave?
No, you guys did manage to travel to a new hex. Just you had to push on through the evening, and now it's nighttime when Caldy's setting up the tents.
Okatai.
Sorry, Okatai.
Yeah, I'll keep watch unless somebody wants me to do something specific.
Caldy is keeping watch, so you can keep watch on him and give him an assist.
I'll need a scouting roll from Caldy with a bonus.
Oh, I didn't give you the bonus, but I'll take that.
Okay.
You want me to roll another d6 just in case?
Yes, just in case. Okay.
Nope.
Right, so Okta sets up camp. Desi and Trustius kind of rock out. Ryzen and Caldy are on watch. Nothing specific, but the feeling of being watched never goes away. It is all around you, like constant. And again, just out of the periphery of your vision, every once in a while, you guys catch the little flicker of movement.
All right. At one point, when there's a little flicker of movement, I'm gonna go to that spot and leave a die of food, preferably something sweet. I'll just knock a D12, my D12 down to D10, and then I'll just go back and doing what I'm doing.
Okay. Are you watching the food, or are you just leaving it and turning your back on it?
Yeah, just every once in a while I'll glance back to see if it's gone or anything. But yeah, not really. I'm not. It's not a trap. It's like an offering.
Yes, since Caldi and Ryzen, since you guys are on watch, Caldi goes over, leaves some rations, and kind of sets it up as an offering. And maybe 10, 15 minutes after he leaves it, the two of you see this kind of like inky black tendril just kind of like whip out of the darkness, wrap around the food, and drag it back into the darkness.
Jeez, I should have left jerky.
I'm sorry, what did we see?
Like a inky black tendril.
After Cody did something?
He left a food offering
Food
behind.
offering.
And the tendril just snakes out of the darkness, and grabs it and pulls it back. It looked like it was formed out of pure shadow. But afterwards, you guys notice the trees around you, the trees that you can see by the camp light, the trees that you can see by the firelight, start to look more familiar. Like whatever was kind of clouding your vision or otherwise impairing your travels seems to have lifted somewhat. But the rest of the night passes uneventfully. Those of you who slept can hit your rest buttons.
Yay.
There's a slight drizzle during the day, but other than that, it's fine. There is now a camp set up. I believe at this point, Ryzen and Kaldi would both be sleepy, and Okatai.
Oh, I
Three of
clicked
us
the
are
rest
sleeping
button.
then.
Yeah. But it is morning.
So sorry, I'm sleepy?
Yes, you would be sleepy.
Okay, because I clicked the rest button, but I can put the 2 damage back.
Yeah.
I am sleepy and cold.
You're not cold anymore. Cold goes away once you have a campfire and stuff, which is considered to be part of the camp.
Okay, good.
Sorry, why am I sleepy?
Because you and you and Kaldi stayed up all night keeping watch.
Ah, okay.
Because it took us like 2 quarter days to just leave the square we were in.
Yep. You guys
Okay,
tried to leave
why
in the
everything
morning, and people needed to sleep, and then you left in the afternoon, then got waylaid by strange nature spirit magic, and then traveled into the evening, and then set up a camp. It's been a couple of days.
Yep.
But it is morning. There's a light drizzle in the air. Everybody can roll for their food and water, and you guys can decide what you would like to do.
I would like to roll better.
Good luck with that.
So, what would you guys like to do in the morning? You are basically at the edge of the volcanic plain, and it is hot enough out on the plain that you can see the little bit of spittle that's falling from the air is sizzling when it hits some of the rocks.
So we have, what, 3 of us that needs to sleep?
Yep.
There are 3 that need to sleep.
Yep. Looks like we're just going to be staying here until the afternoon. And then we'll
Yeah, I'm voting sleeping.
Well,
Sleep is good.
I'll try to get back on track again.
I'll keep watch so you guys can sleep. I won't wander off.
Well, I'll go to sleep, and this afternoon we can try to make a raid back and forth.
Yeah, I guess right.
So I'm sleeping too.
All right. And who's keeping watch?
Me.
Okay.
I'll assist, I guess. And so will the Gregory.
Okay.
The Colby gave a food offering to the nature spirit. It seems to have worked somehow. So I guess be kind is the best advice I can give right now. If you,
Because that's
well,
what I'm known for, is
I'll
being
give it an
kind.
offering if it shows up.
that's why I'm telling you, because I know it's not going to be your first reflex.
That's one way to put it. Yeah, good to know. Okay. It likes food. Just like everything else.
It's forest spirit. It's forest is a bit strange.
All right. Those of you who are keeping watch can give me a scouting roll. Everybody else can bed down.
Snore.
+2 on that, didn't it?
Yep, +2 on the camp.
Oh, +4.
+4. 2 for the camp and 2 for the... Oh, because Trustius and his critter are both helping. Gotcha.
Ow.
Wow. I'm actually impressed.
It takes talent,
Does he-
ladies and gentlemen.
Dizzy's apparently still kind of pissed. Oh, that's impressive. I will push it, because if I push Chris, do I still have that? Never mind. Yep. She's in a mood.
Right.
In
The
her
mor-
defense, the past few days have been complex.
Yeah. The morning passes uneventfully. Those of you who are resting can hit your rest button.
So what is that thing, Trustius? There's
The
a...
thing that's stealing the food. I'm
The-
not sure.
No, I meant the dead guy following us around.
Oh, it's the fellow that chopped off your arm.
Oh.
Now he works for us.
Oh. Ah.
Zombie. Zombie.
Mm-hmm. Um. Yep. Okay. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that, but that's fine.
He has it coming.
He's getting what he deserves.
Technically, he's better off here than he would be if he was truly dead.
Yes, that's yeah. So how does that work? Like, if if his body is here with us, is his soul kind of here with us too, or is it?
Some measure of it, yes. That is what made the sorceress so upset. That turned into the vampire.
That souls were staying here because of necromancers and not going to Chaguz?
That she saw freedom for a brief moment before I released her back to Chakuz.
Oh. Gotcha.
I would have expected that she would thank me and not turn into a rage monster, but there we are.
I mean, I could see her not being all that thankful that she was released if that's where she was going.
Magic is finite.
Yeah, and a few days of respite is nice, but I could see where the anger would come from.
I suppose.
The guy who chopped off my arm. I suppose I wasn't looking at his face when it happened, so.
He's wearing a helmet.
Yeah, I'm usually better at identifying people I've fought with. Body language, people move certain ways. It's, yeah, anyway.
Well, this will move quite a bit differently. And stronger, but slower. You can speak with it if you wish.
And say what?
It has a
Haha,
mind.
fucker, I'm alive, you're dead.
Yeah.
So that makes you feel better.
I mean, I've got nothing to say to the guy. I've got my arm, he's dead. That's really the long and the short of it.
That is my understanding, yes.
It's not like he's going to be taking any more bounties.
That does seem unlikely.
So, yeah, not a lot to say to the guy. I'm thinking, though, a tether on Culdy when he's keeping watch. Or just in general might be an idea.
I don't know if that's a great idea. I mean, like, it's hard to run when I'm tied to a tree.
You're sleeping, what do you know?
That's true. Sorry.
I could instruct it to wake you anytime Caldy leaves camp.
That might be
Maybe-
helpful, actually.
Maybe have it follow Culdy anytime he wanders away.
The little shit has a tendency to, like, wander off while I'm sleeping. Or follow him. Caldy could use a second bodyguard. He just...
Yeah,
I
he's a
have
little
never
stealthy, this guy.
seen... I've never seen anybody just wander in to fucked up situations as often as that little shit does. I can see now why he needed to hire a bodyguard. 'Cause he just has the self-preservation instinct of a gnat. No, even a gnat knows better. Like, he just blithely wanders in.
I'm not sure why you're mad at me.
I'm not mad at you, Trustius.
You seem to be yelling at me.
I'm mad. I'm often mad. And right now, I'm... I'm mad at Caldy. I'm mad at that fucker over there. Pointing
He's
at the
dead.
dead guy. I'm mad at me. I'm mad at the weather. I'm mad at whatever tentacly thing took the food Caldy left out for it. I'm just pissed off right now. It's not you. Promise.
Okay. We'll kill a tree after Okatai wakes up.
Yep. I've got an axe. Might as well use it for what it was designed for. I'm just gonna stare at the sky for a bit, I think. Maybe that'll help.
Eventually, your sleepy party members wake up. It is the afternoon.
Oh, that's better.
So I'm sorry, I had both sleepy and 2 wits damage. I've now gotten rid of both.
I think you just get rid of sleepy, but it's fine. You guys have spent significant time resting, so.
Ready to make a foray into that zone, see if we can find a couple of carbonized tree for that bow. We can just hop in, find what we're looking for, and go back to camp. We might need to do that once or twice. To explore correctly the place, but that should be fine.
It's the best we can do, I think.
Yeah. Because that place is not suitable for us to camp in.
No, that was way too hot.
Keep your helmet close. It might help.
I'm keeping my helmet on. Yes.
And if
Not
things get
falling for that shit twice.
and
No
if
pun
things
intended.
get too terrible, I'll try to bring the temperature down or bring a breeze or something to give us a chance.
That'd be nice.
Alright, so you guys are setting forth into the Ashlands.
The plan is also to leave the camp suitable so we can just come back to it.
Yep.
Yep.
So I will need a lead the way roll, and I will need a scouting roll.
I'm gonna lead the way.
I mean, we've seen how my scouting went.
That's usually Caldy. Oh, nice
Ooh,
job, guys.
we did good.
That would be why.
And does that count as a successful lead the way?
It does.
I'm gonna rest.
The nature spirit has been appeased.
Yeah. Honestly, thanks, Colby. I don't know why I didn't think of that. I'm not a people person. Apparently, it extends to spirits.
So yes, as you make your way out of the forest and into the onto the volcanic plain, it's hot. Like almost instantly, there's overwhelming heat. There are literal like rivers of magma floating by. You can see here and there like sparse vegetation, like the a tree here, a tree there. They're probably suitable. But Colby, excuse me for that. As you're walking along, you see little bit off in the distance, you see this, what looks like basically the kind of the tail end of some large creature as it kind of like burrows down, and then the tail end kind of comes up like a whale's fin cresting the water.
Right.
Some sort of like large reptilian tail kind of sinking beneath the surface of the ground. But what really draws your attention, since you did get 2 successes, is there's a bunch of tiny little creatures that are like hooked onto this this reptilian thing with like little harnesses, like they are riding it.
Oh wow. All right, that sounds like a lore check. I'll also say, have you guys ever heard of anything like this before, and explain what I just saw?
I'm gonna check Risen Hammer. Is it glowing?
No, it's not.
At least. Not a dragon.
So, Caldy, you recognize that as you're pretty sure that is a fireworm, smaller than you've heard, but definitely.
Haven't we killed a fireworm before?
You guys have killed a fireworm before. This one is definitely smaller than the one that you fought previously. And
There are dudes on its back.
and the little things that are holding on to it are these creatures that the goblins talk about as being some sort of like distant kin. Distant kin. Called smolderers.
Oh, nice.
They
Okay.
tend to attack in great hordes riding on the back of their creatures.
But they're cousins, so they'll probably be fine.
Yeah, according to the goblins, they're like the inbred hillbilly cousins that nobody talks about.
Great. It's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Texas Fireworm Massacre.
Ah, boy.
So are they talkable, or are we just prepping for combat?
I'm thinking I'm casting Firewalker. All right. Safe cast is going to cost me 1, right?
I don't think you can safe cast it.
To save cast a spell, it needs to be 1 level lower than the maximum you can cast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what's the cost of race spells?
Without a teacher, 3 times the cost.
Well,
I can teach you blood though.
Yeah, you can teach me Firewalker.
Yeah, so you can't safe cast it.
All right, so what do I do here? Just decide the willpower I'm going to use?
Yep.
And you don't need to add any. It just works. That particular
Works or
spell.
doesn't work. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it ultimately can work. The dice you roll to tell you if it's gonna bullshit you or not.
All right. Well, I guess I got power level 1, Firewalker, and I'm suggesting that anybody else can do this too.
Absolutely.
We're
If
going to
we
be
got time.
bum rushed by a bunch of fireworm riding gremlins.
Oh,
Sorry, are they all riding one fireworm, or are they each riding their own, or a few per worm?
There are 2 fireworms. And each of them's got like about a dozen or so of these creatures riding it.
Are fireworm animals?
No, they are monsters.
One or the others. I can do something with one or the others.
But as you guys, like, as Caldy, kind of like mutters under his breath, and you see like his skin take on this kind of reddish tone, you guys can see there's like these little kind of like churning tunnels, kind of like Bugs Bunny going through the dirt, traveling through the lava towards you.
Well,
Get out of the way. Move. Move.
Okatai, would you like card number 6 or card number 9?
I'll go with 6.
Ryzen, would you like card number 5 or card number 10?
5.
I'm thinking of taking another level on that talent. More cards.
Right. Trustius, you are up first.
So I'm not that invested in getting wood. We can just leave, right? Like I think there's a mechanic in this game that we could just say, "Fuck it, we're out." I think this one had it, didn't it?
It doesn't, but I generally, like, if the entire party agrees that we're just going to leave, then you guys can just leave.
Like I don't want to fight fucking 20 things and 2 giants for a stick of wood. That sounds like stupid.
Yes, that's right.
This is forbidden.
sounds
This
like-
is
I mean,
not
there's
D&D.
I was gonna say that's
There's
Coldy
testosterone, but this
stupid.
isn't the time.
I don't know. That could be Coldy stupid. We're close to it.
Caldy would try to make friends
Mm.
and then rip
I've
them
got no desire to fall into lava again.
Look,
I'm fine with skipping this.
It
Look, we
sucked
can-
last time. I don't want to do it again.
I don't think there was anything special we could do with those fire lizard skins, so we could try to book it and try to find some wood tomorrow.
Yeah, in a
Yeah,
slightly different spot, and maybe they like this particular patch of ground.
This is not a good fight.
Too much lava.
Yes.
We get beat up by bandits, right? So
I just got my arm back.
So you guys are like, no. Let's rethink this. And you guys all kind of like,
Fuck that noise.
you guys start like pulling back, away from the heat of the volcano, and you can see that there's like a number of these. There's only the two small fireworms, each with like their dozen or so riders, but there's got to be 20 or 30 of these little like buck naked, vaguely goblin-looking things that come pouring out of like different holes and crevices and stuff like that, like holding up their spears, and their spears seem to be made of like a very shiny, almost glistening black stone. Basically, it seems like from the body language that this is their territory, and how dare you?
Yeah,
message received.
I think we're gonna go to the other X tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, not that X. Let's leave that hex to them. I mean,
It's a mighty nice hex you guys got there. Thanks for paying this visit. We'll be on our way.
I do not want to marry your cousin.
Oof.
But yeah, it definitely seems like, judging from the numbers that pour out, they probably have some sort of like underground lifestyle,
A warren or something.
like a warren or something, and they seem extremely primitive. You don't think negotiation is really much of an option. They seem to be highly aggressive, highly territorial, and very primitive, which is generally a bad combination.
Yep.
Yeah, way too many. Way too many.
Something
We'll use the other X, I think.
Yeah. Something that you do notice, though, is that with all of their kind of like posturing and waving of the spears and everything, they don't throw the spears, and none of them seem to have more than the one.
Does their spear look made of wood or metal?
It looks like it's made out of some like really, really shiny black stone.
Oh no. Obsidian is bad.
Obsidian
What
is
obsidian
bad.
It's very, very sharp, and it can shatters in tiny piece of stone in you. I got stabbed with that once, and it's not fun.
Yeah, obsidian can be like as sharp as a scalpel, but the because it's so crystalline in structure, when it shatters, it can leave like microscopic shards in the wound. There's a reason.
Yeah,
it
we
was
were
used for
already leaving. You don't have to
Yeah,
add more
we did.
to it.
Yeah, we didn't need this extra motivation.
That's okay.
I mean,
You can keep your flyer. We're on our way.
yeah, I'll look for obsidian on the ground to tomorrow, but not near those goblins.
But since you guys basically just kind of like dipped in and then dipped out, you can basically do all of that in the quarter day. Basically, you spend your afternoon kind of getting into the area, going, oh shit, and then getting out of the area.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that still leaves you the evening and the night to do whatever it is you would like.
The forest seems to have become friendly again.
It
I
does.
think we're safe. If Colby sleeps now and we sleep tonight, we will be back on track tomorrow. We could go down here where there's no... Well, we've been there once and there were no goblins. Get the wood and then skedaddle back. Or go back to camp, depending.
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
Sounds good to me.
So the camp is already set up. So if Culty wants to sleep in the evening, that's not a problem. Other folks can decide what they would like to do.
Snore.
Do we want to explore this hex?
Yeah, I guess, right?
I mean, if we're standing here, we might find something useful.
Yeah, why not?
I could stay with Caldy.
Someone has to.
The undead guard will be like, "Argh." But yes, if a group of you would like to survey the lands, you certainly can.
That's a survival.
It is a scouting roll
Scouting.
with a bonus for whoever is helping.
I'll help.
Oh, there you go. Looks like Ryzen is doing the scouting, so that'd be 2 more dice.
Okay. How do I add 2 dice? Just go to the D10 and...
D6, actually. Okay. Basically, 6 is our successes, so. But that is a success.
Sorry, did I do that right?
Yep.
Sorry, I forgot for scouting, usually we have the best person do it and the rest of us help.
Yep. No worries.
Yeah, but you got it. So. Last time I was the better person and I failed and I pushed and I failed. So we can switch it around.
Everybody needs willpower anyway, right?
Oh, yeah. Considering how bad the past few days has been for me, I'm full of willpower.
I'm kind of walking around with my willpower right now.
Interesting. Basically, on the survey table, there's like a what did you find thing and a complication thing. So I have to cross-reference 2 different charts.
The interesting thing and the problematic thing.
All right. So you guys take some time looking around. I mean, Caldy's asleep, so in theory he's out of trouble. Trustius is keeping an eye on them, and in theory he's staying out of trouble. So the three of you take the time to kind of like just relax a little bit, take a look around. So like, okay, you know. Every once in a while, you kind of scout a little bit close to the volcanic plains, and you can see in the distance, since you succeeded on the scouting roll, that there are occasionally signs of those, whatever those little creatures are, those smolderers, you think Caldy called them. You know, just kind of playing in the lava, having the joy of their lives out there. And they seem to have these giant fireworms as pets / mounts, judging from the way that they're treating them as you watch at a safe distance. But as you make your way through the wooded area, you notice that there's something weird about the trees, Ryzen, since you were kind of leading this. There's burn marks on the trees, and you're not close enough to the volcanic land for it to be caused from the heat there. And you kind of take a second to kind of take it in, and it looks like these scorch marks on the tree trunks are at an angle, and it looks like there's on one tree it's at like an angle, and then the next tree it looks like it's a continuous line of scorch marks on a downward slope from tree to tree to tree.
Is the angle the same for each one?
It is. It's as you look at it, it's very definitely like the same scorch mark just spread out over several trees.
Do I think it could be somebody marking their trail just in case they get lost, or maybe leaving a marker to say I was here?
It's possible, and as you look at it, from tree to tree, the height of this changes as you look at it. So it looks like either something came down through the trees or up through the trees and left a scorch mark along the trees.
Hey guys, look at these scorch marks on the trees.
Huh.
If I had to guess, I'm going to guess that either something came down from the trees and caused these scorch marks, or something went up through the trees to cause these scorch marks. At first, I thought maybe it's like someone marking a trail, but
It would have been something very hot doing that. At least its flow would be hot. Can I think of any animal or creature that could leave such a mark?
No.
I was going to
I'm
ask, do the
looking around.
fireworms have wings?
If I remember well, the fireworm were like longish, snakish with claws and paws, but no wings.
Yeah. They're very similar to like in D&D terms like a purple worm. They're much more worm-like than WYRM. That's like.
What we're
I'm looking around.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to look around for rocks. Like if the volcano had exploded and sent searing hot molten stuff in this direction.
Yeah, give me a scouting roll, Dizzy.
Yeah, this is not Dizzy's thing. I mean, it's not gonna be stones, but especially when I'm down to wits.
You can
No.
focus real hard with your face, like cinched up and use might instead. You're looking real hard.
I'll just do push-ups in the area and looking at the ground.
You just flexing points.
So as you start looking around, just in case like if the volcano like spewed forth some rock or something like that, you don't see anything right away, and then you kind of like almost trip over it. A chunk of this like black ore, mostly buried in the ground. Probably about the size of like both of your fists put together. And it does look an awful lot like that ore that you found ages ago that you were having the dwarves forge into a sword.
Yeah. Guys,
Yeah? Found something?
maybe? She'll kind of poke at it with her toe. Does this look like the same molten rock metal stuff that we took to the dwarfs?
Yeah, kinda. Huh. I'm gonna lower myself a bit and look at the angle of the rock with the trees. See if there's if one of those things could have come down, or if multiple of those things could have come down and marks the tree.
It's possible. Definitely this one. There might be others around, but definitely this one.
That's great. Oh, let's see if I can get that out. I might need a hand, depending on how big it is underground.
Sure.
Try to pull that out of the ground.
What's the combined strength of the three of you?
I'm adding 5.
I got 4.
Horizons is 2. That's 11. Yep, that's more than 10.
Hit.
So between the three of you, because you don't have any tools or anything to kind of like, no crowbars or anything to kind of work with it. But between the three of you, you can get it out. And once you kind of get it out of the ground where it's embedded itself, it's still heavy, but it's not going to take 3 of you to carry back to camp. It's just the actual getting it out where it embedded itself.
Think we ought to look for more of it?
Well, if there's other marks on trees, there might have been a few fallen. So if we check the angles of the marks on the trees, maybe we can find others. I'd take the time to look around and see if we can find more, because that thing is rare. And we could probably make more weapon with that.
Like an axe head or something, maybe.
Yep.
So yeah, you guys spend the rest of the evening hunting around as the light begins to fade and everything. You don't find any others.
Sorry, what did we find?
A star metal, possibly.
Yep, a chunk of star metal.
That's what marked the trees. And even if Dizzy and me are pretty strong, without Rizen's help, we couldn't get it out of the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Risen brought some leverage.
So we didn't get it out?
We got it out with your help.
Yeah. Yes, it basically combined strength at 10 necessary to pull it out, and you guys all together had an 11.
We were at 9 before Risen showed up.
I flex.
Well, with that hammer of yours, those arms are getting chunky.
Beefcake.
Oh, that's a nice find. Was worth looking around. Just for that, it was worth to get here.
Yeah, that was unexpected.
But yes, as the last light of the evening starts to fade and you guys make your way back to camp, Caldy can hit his rest button. Trustees, you can see that they've brought back a chunk of this this star metal.
Ooh,
We got lucky.
that is not wood.
Nope. It's better.
Star metal. More of it. Still need to get the wood, but we can make star metal arrow point or hack's head or anything we need.
Grab some shield for Lily.
Shield could be an idea.
But as Caldy kind of wakes up and stretches, and you guys contemplate what you're going to do in the morning, we'll call it there.
All right.
We did not make much progress today, guys.
Today
Nope.
was a cycle of trying to get our sleep back together.
Yeah.
But we finished the game and our sleep is fine.
Yeah.
We all
The
have our limbs.
the nature spirit would have kept following you for 9 days in total.
Damn.
Ooh,
For 9 days
yikes.
Yep.
until we left the hex.
No.
Just fucking around with us for
Just-
9 days.
Just fucking around with you
Yeah.
for 9 days,
Lovely.
And
Or-
because I fed it, it stopped.
or until somebody gives it a sacrifice.
Wow.
Well done.
Haha.
Good job, Cole.
Yep.
Right.
Like I'm spiritual and things, but people is not my thing, and that was a people thing.
And everybody only got 1 success on the lore roll, so you know very little about nature spirits.
It tastes good.
Uh,
Spirits.
did you participate in the game session? Yes. Travel through at least 1 hex? Yes. Discover new adventure site? No. Defeat 1 or more monsters? Yes, because getting rid of the nature spirit does count as defeat.
Nice.
Because yes, it was in fact a monster. Find a treasure, 1 gold or more. You found the star metal.
Hey.
Yay.
Build a function, no. Activate pride, no. Dark secret, no. Risk your life, no. Any extraordinary actions?
I want to nominate Caldy for offering the offering and almost dying of leeches.
Seconded. Yeah.
Well, I don't care about the offering, but the dying of leeches was great.
I mean,
Nearly
choose which
dying
one you
of
want the
leeches.
text for, but that's the two
Pretty
one.
remarkable.
Yeah, well, like I said,
Yeah.
the 2d6 was how many hours Caldy would have until he bled out. If he had rolled
Yep.
if he had rolled lower than a 6, you guys would have found his dead body.
Yep.
Because it takes you the entire quarter day to search, and if Okatai had missed the roll, you would have found his dead. Maybe would have found his dead body.
Yeah, in case we ever forget how dangerous this game is, I almost died in 2 rounds to leeches in a brook that were not particularly special.
Yep.
To pick up a bush.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that sounds like 4
4, yeah.
4 XP and then 5 for Caldy.
Nice.
Perfect.
And I've
And-
used 2.5 days on that animating guy already.
Yep.
All right, have a great
All right.
night.
But thank you for specifying that it was the asshole who lopped my arm off. That was very.
Yeah, it's just for you. Yeah, I thought
It
you
was a
would.
nice touch. I appreciate that.